Hello there, happy spring! Today I want to show you my spring capsule wardrobe. Let's talk about what made it in, what didn't, and what I'm improving on from last spring. Before putting together any capsule, I like to consider the circumstances that I'm going to live through in these clothes. And particularly when it comes to spring, that seems to me the most volatile season. Where we start in terms of temperature and where we end up with summer temperatures is drastically different. I needed to account for a lot of rain. It's a season, April showers bring May flowers. And at the moment, I'm mostly still at home. But then once I get the vaccine, I do expect to be out and about more. So I needed a capsule that would be comfortable for the home portion, but would also transition well to the outside because I cannot wait to be out and about when I get that vaccine. Are you getting the vaccine? Have you gotten it already? Let me know in the comments below. The big mistake I made last spring with my capsule was that I did not include any outerwear with a hood, which I really needed for rain. And this spring, I'm expecting the exact same amount of rain, but perhaps even a little bit colder than last year, because this time last year was already a lot warmer than it is now. So I expect that it'll be colder temperatures. But because of everything that this capsule needed to do, I couldn't fit everything into 15 pieces, so I decided to put together a 20-piece capsule. What? She's breaking format! Yes, but just a little bit. To accommodate for all of the drastic temperature changes, I decided to include two different categories of layers. One that was only layers and one that is purposely outerwear that will probably phase out of the capsule as the weather gets warmer. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Fernanda, and if you want to learn how to put together your own capsule wardrobe, then don't forget to subscribe. You can hit the diamond over here to do so. And without further ado, let me show you the spring capsule. As usual, starting with tops. First, I'm bringing back this pink mock neck tank, which if you've watched my channel before, you know that I've had for a really long time. I'm bringing it back from last summer's capsule. I'm also bringing back this black tank top, which you've seen a million times. It's one of my favorite items in my wardrobe, and I've had it for over a decade, I think. And I've had it for so long that it actually does have severe signs of wear. It has a couple of holes here in the bottom, but I never wear it untucked because I wear it like tucked into jeans or tucked into a skirt, so you can't really tell. And I like it so much, and I haven't found a similar item that can replace it, that I'm just gonna hang on to it until, it actually shows signs of wear when I wear it. A lot of people would probably not like that, but who's gonna know? I mean, you're gonna know because I'm telling you, but other than that, I don't care. Next, this is one of the new pieces in my wardrobe. If you remember my last spring capsule, I had a green silk tank that worked really well, that I got a lot of wear out of, but it was a hand-me-down from a friend and it had to go. So to replace it, I got this beautiful colored tank from Suzanne. It's beautiful, it's silk, and it's so new, I haven't even taken the tag off. But it's my first Suzanne piece that I've ever ordered, and I have to say, I really love it, especially this detail. See this beautiful finishing with the edges? I love it. I think it's fantastic. So this is piece number 3. Moving on, I'm including this white button-down shirt, which is one of those items that I've had in my wardrobe for a long time, but I don't wear a lot because I don't love collared shirts on me. But I find that when I include pieces that I don't get a lot of wear out of into my capsule, then I actually discovered new ways to wear them. So I'm including it in this capsule particularly for layering under sweaters. And then if I really don't like it and I'm ready to get rid of it, it can go at the end of the season. It does have a little bit of a stripe detail on it, which I like for just a little bit of interest whenever I wear it under something. But this is going into the capsule. And lastly, for tops, another new piece, which is this pull-over 3/4 length sweater from a company called The Reset. I don't know if the company itself is new, but I'm new to it, and I recently discovered them on Instagram, and I've been loving their stuff. This could be a layer, but because of the length of the sleeve, I'm gonna include it in the top category since it doesn't go all the way to my wrists. It's super soft, but pretty warm. It's like 80% wool and 20% cashmere. And what I like about it the most is that the knit is pretty tight. Like, it doesn't really let a lot of air through, which I like because otherwise you do get cold, or I get cold more if the knit is looser. But I've worn it I think once or twice, and it's so comfortable. So I love it. Highly recommend this. So far you can see that pink is clearly one of the colors in this color palette, which I really like. I'm experimenting with color a little more because I feel like I'm having a hard time really figuring out colors that are making me look good on camera, which is why a lot of the times I wear stuff on camera that you don't see in my capsules, but I'm trying to figure out a way to merge both. But anyway, those are my tops. Let's move on. Actually, one thing before we move on. What didn't make it? I actually ordered a couple of t-shirts also from Suzanne that I wanted to include in this capsule because I like the versatility, but I didn't end up keeping them because I just didn't feel like the color looked that great on me, so I just ended up returning them. And I also already own a couple of mock neck tops, which I also considered including. But in this case, I was going for versatility and I didn't want too many things that would show underneath a sweater, like just the mock neck and then the sweater of the neckline would be a little bit lower. Because for this capsule, I was really going for versatility. So that's why all of these 5 ended up being the ones on the capsule. Moving on to bottoms. First, I have this pair of skinny blue jeans from Madewell, which I've worn in every single capsule. They're basically a staple of my wardrobe. They look great, they go with everything, and I basically live my life in denim, so I could not include them. And similarly, actually let me put these up first. And similarly, I have this second pair of skinny jeans, also from Madewell, but a slightly different cut, and these are gray. These were new from last fall's capsule, I believe, but I thought they would look really cute with some of the pink pieces, and it was more of a neutral tone that I could include. They're pretty warm, I'm surprised, even though they're like very comfortable material. They're not like usual denim. So in they go. Next, I'm bringing back this white wide-legged pair of jeans, which I really like. They're super comfortable, and these have been in my wardrobe for about a year. But the thing with these is that I feel like they're a little bit too long. I'm actually thinking that I'm gonna crop them like 2 inches because that is more of a trendy style right now, just wearing pants that don't go all the way to your ankles. And I like that look because then you can appreciate the shoes a lot better. Like if I wear them with booties, you can see the whole of the booty, and like if I wear them with flats, you can see the whole shoe as opposed to just seeing the pointy end. And I also feel like they will just make for a better silhouette of the outfit. So I think I'm gonna get them cropped. I'm gonna switch those actually so you can see better. And lastly, on the bottom category, another new piece, I have this denim pencil skirt. I was looking for something that would be a little bit more tailored in the bottom. Like I wanted a skirt, but I didn't want to include the skirts that I already own because those are more A-line and a little bit bulkier. And because the tops on this capsule ended up being a little bit heavier, I wanted something that I could wear that would balance out the silhouette of the whole outfit. So I found this skirt, which actually took a long time to find. The only thing I don't like about it is that the hem is unfinished. But I think that I'm just gonna ask the tailor to either trim it a little bit and close it up so that it lasts a little bit longer. So yeah, and also I need new things. Every time I shoot one of these videos, I break one of these pins, so I'm running out. I need new hangers. And as far as what didn't make it into the bottoms category, I have 2 things. First, the pants that I'm wearing right now, this black pair of pants, because whenever I wear them, I feel like a little more dressed up than whenever I'm wearing just regular jeans. And since I'm mostly still working from home, I didn't want to give myself that feeling of like being so put together if I'm not going to go anywhere. And second was that blue skirt that I mentioned earlier that you guys really like. The reason why I didn't include it is because a lot of the tops in this capsule did end up being a lot looser and have a lot more volume to them. And when I wear volume on the top and volume in the bottom, I feel frumpy. And I didn't want to feel frumpy anymore. I've had a whole year of frumpy, so I wanted to move away from that. Moving on to layers. I have first this tan cardigan, which you've seen a million times. It basically makes it into every single one of my capsules when I need a layer. And it's great, tried and true. I got it years ago from Target, and honestly, it's still holding up great. It does need a little bit of like de-pilling, but I can take care of that very easily. And I love it. In it goes. Next up, I have this black sweater from my attempt to put together the Amazon capsule, which if you want to check out that video, I will link it for you in the cards. It went interestingly, but this was the only piece I kept from that capsule. And the reason why I kept it is because it's so comfortable. It feels like I'm wearing a sweatshirt, but it looks like I actually made an effort because of the pea-plum shape that gathers at my waist. So it makes for a very nice silhouette while still making me feel super cozy. So I had to keep it. As much as I try to escape Buttercup's fur, it's everywhere. So if you see Buttercup's fur, I'm sorry. I try, but she's very, very hairy. And last but definitely not least, in the layers category, I have the iconic, very popular Cezanne Gaspard sweater. And I really like the sweater. The whole thing and the whole marketing around the sweater is that you can wear it 3 ways. You can wear it closed with the buttons down the front, closed with the buttons in the back, so that for a completely different look, and open as a cardigan. In reality, guys, every cardigan you can wear like that as long as it has closures. It's not particular to this sweater, but I do think it's very interesting marketing, particularly when you have a capsule wardrobe. And the tag is not right in the center. If you can see, it's kind of off to the side, so that when you wear it to the front, you don't have the tag rubbing right at the center of your collarbone. Instead, it's slightly off to the side. This actual one is mohair, I believe, and it has a little bit of alpaca in it. But the thing is that it's a little too big on me. When I tried it on, I just feel like it has a couple of inches on the side, even though I followed the descriptions of the size guide. So I ordered 2 smaller sizes, but since it's coming from France, it didn't arrive on time. But I still wanted to show you. If it fits, I'm gonna keep it. If not, I think I'm gonna keep something similar in green, but I think it's gonna work. I really like this sweater. So far, this is looking pretty nice, so give this video a thumbs up if you like what you've seen so far. Moving on to the 3 outerwear layers that I think are gonna phase out as the weather gets warmer. First up, we have returning from last spring, the pink trench coat. It's a super versatile piece that is also very nice in light rain because it keeps me dry, and I feel like it just makes everything put together, and it's in a very fun color. I'm running out of space, so the outerwear layers are just gonna go wherever they fit. I hope that you can see all of them at once. Next up in the layer category, I'm including this utility green jacket, which I've had in my wardrobe for a while, but I've never showed it to you guys because I mostly got this piece for when I have to go work on a set very early in the morning and I want something to throw on that I don't care if it gets super dirty or whatever, because I don't want to wear my nicer clothes to set. Set's kind of like dirty. But it's super comfortable and it's nice. It's not my favorite silhouette, but it does the job, particularly for the rain. So this is why I'm including it, is because this has this great hood that can keep me dry when it's raining. I want to show you, it's showing a little bit of signs of wear, like right here it has a little bit of pilling, but that can come off very easily with a sweater comb, which I actually have one. So just a couple of brushes and it will look good as new. And this is so heavy and thick that I'm probably only gonna wear it for 1 more month and it's gonna go into storage. Okay, for now, I'm gonna put it there in the doorknob so that you know that that's where it is. I wish I had more place to put things so I can show you, but I'm working with what I got. And lastly, for outerwear, I have this green motor jacket, which you've seen before if you watch my videos. I'm bringing it back from last spring. It's a great layer and it's a little bit lighter than the other ones, so this is something that I can wear as the weather gets a little bit warmer, but then the nights stay a little bit cooler. So I really like it. Let me close it. And I really like the cut of it. I think it's something a little bit edgier. So, last outerwear piece. Jacket is there. I so wish I had more space. One of these days, guys, one of these days it's gonna be like beautiful and I'm gonna be able to show you everything at once, but small steps. Last thing I want to tell you about the outerwears is the one thing that didn't make it was the blue denim jacket that I had in my last spring capsule. And the reason for that is that I discovered that it was too light for most of the weather throughout the season. And I also don't love the look of blue denim on blue denim, and because 2 of the bottoms in my capsule are blue denim, it automatically took away some combinations that I could have potentially put together. So I decided it was best not to include it and just keep it as a light layer for the summer. Moving on to shoes. Like I said before, rain is a huge factor for me, so it wasn't even an option to not include a pair of shoes that was entirely waterproof. The only pair of completely waterproof shoes that I own are these ones. You've seen them before, my snake print booties, which I love. I've had them for a while now and they work great. So I'm gonna put them in the capsule. Second pair of shoes, I love the look of a white sneaker. It's something that I feel very comfortable in, that I think looks very like polished but still casual. And I had a pair that I wore all through last year and the year before, and every time I included them in a capsule, I got a comment saying,
"You have to clean them, perhaps even replace them."
And then I look at them and then I was like, you know what? They do need to be replaced. They're looking very worn. So I got a new pair. That's why they're so white, because my shoes never stay this white, but just a white pair of sneakers. And lastly, for shoes, I wanted something that was completely flat but dressier than the sneakers, just in case there's anything that I need to go to where I don't feel like wearing heels. And I decided to include the pair of leopard print flats, which are one of my favorite shoes actually. Like, I love leopard print. So in they go. Okay, home stretch here. So for this particular capsule, I didn't want to just end with 18 pieces. Like, that didn't feel like a super sexy number for me, so I wanted to go to 20. And I don't usually include accessories in my capsule wardrobes, but because I wanted to go to 20, I figured, why not? First, I decided to include this beautiful scarf that I own. I recently did a consultation with someone and helped her build her capsule wardrobe, and a scarf that she had ended up being the inspiration for the whole capsule. And it made me realize that I really have some beautiful scarves that I don't really put front and center. So I figured that if I included it, then I would be more likely to wear it, as I usually do. And I love this scarf because it's like dual tone. On the one side is blue with tan, and on the opposite side is tan with blue, so it really plays together both ways. This I actually got while I was traveling with my boyfriend in Dubai in a market over there, and I thought it was so funny because I'm basically like buying a ton of them because I'm bringing them back as presents, and I'm haggling with the guy trying to figure out the best price that I can get. And I finally pick them and I pack them and I bring them home, and then as soon as I got here, I found this. Made in China. Which I was like, of course, even Arab souvenirs are made in China. But you know what? It's great quality, and it is 100% cashmere, and I really like it. So, and also, frankly, all souvenirs feel like come from China. So I just thought that was a funny story. By the way, while we are on the subject of consultations, if you are one of the people that are interested in working with me one-on-one to build your own capsule, then make sure you drop your email in the link that I will leave in the description box below. I'm not 100% ready to launch yet, but I'm getting close, and I will let the people in the email list know before I put out the video and it goes live, and then I can start taking on whoever is interested. So make sure you do that so that you're one of the first people to get notified. And the final item of this 20-piece spring capsule is a brown leather belt. When I was trying a lot of the outfits from this capsule together to see if it worked or not, a lot of them just wanted an extra touch. Like, a lot of the bulkier sweaters wanted the sweater just to tie everything together, or the items that I wore with the skirt. So I figured I would include it, and then it was just be a part of the capsule on its own. Let's put it here. So there you go. That is the entirety of the capsule, and I'm gonna move over here so that you can see it on its own. And by the way, if you're interested, the breakdown of this capsule, or the formula, if you want to call it that, is 5-4-3-3-3-2. 5 tops, 4 bottoms, 3 layers, 3 outerwear pieces, 3 pairs of shoes, and 2 accessories. I still really like the 5-4-3-2-1 formula because it's quick, it's easy to remember, and it's really what gives you the most combinations when it comes to your outfits. But that doesn't mean that the formula is gospel. Like, please adjust it to whatever it is that you need. I don't recommend that you deviate too much from it, because then you start to mess with how many outfits you can actually get from it. But as long as the top 2 proportions are your tops and your bottoms, go as big as you want or as small as you want. The formula is there to help you. Like I said before, it's not gospel. As is tradition on this channel, I am going to put together a whole video where I show you all of the outfits that can be put together with this particular capsule. If you don't want to miss it, make sure that you're subscribed. That will be going live next week. Like I mentioned before, if you are interested in working with me one-on-one to put together your capsule wardrobe, then be sure to pop your email in the link I will leave for you in the description box below. That way I can reach out to you directly when I'm ready to launch. And if you are looking for some inspiration of capsule wardrobes that you can put together, I will leave you a whole playlist of videos linked over here that you can check out right now. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern.